Wow, Robin Hood is the best hero ever. I wish I could. Oh, hi, how are you? I was reading a story about Robin Hood. Hey, do you want to hear a story about Robin Hood? All right. Well, here we go. Long ago, King Richard left England on a crusade, and his brother Prince John took over the crown in his absence. But Prince John was greedy. He made the people of Nottingham pay high taxes and left them poor and starving. Robin Hood, a smart and honest fox, decided to fix things. He and his friend Little John the bear robbed from the rich to feed the poor. They were loved by all the good peasants of Nottingham. High taxes of rich and poor? What does that even mean? Oh well, let's see what happens next. One day, the rabbit family was celebrating Skippy's 7th birthday. Skippy opened his present, a single gold coin his family had saved. But just then, the sheriff of Nottingham, the prince's right-hand man, appeared, grabbed it right out of the little rabbit's paws and left. Seeing what had happened, Robin Hood gave Skippy his bow, an arrow, and his prize feather cap to make up for the sheriff ruining his birthday. As he prepared to leave, Robin gave Mother Rabbit a satchel of coins, promising, "Someday there will be happiness at Nottingham again. You'll see." Excitedly, Skippy and his friends raced off into the forest to play with Robin's bow and arrow. They arrived at a large hill near the castle, and Skippy shot an arrow into the distance. It soared right over the walls of the castle and into Prince John's backyard, where King Richard's niece, Maid Marian, was playing badminton with Lady Cluck. The little animal snuck in through the side gate, but was spotted right away. "Who did this young archer remind you of?" Maid Marian asked Lady Cluck. Why, that notorious Robin Hood!" Lady Cluck answered. "Notorious Robin Hood? Robin Hood is not notorious. He's just trying to help, and he's just being a hero." Oh well, shall we see what happens next? Maid Marian invited the children into the garden and told them about how Robin Hood had been her sweetheart many years before. She showed them the tree where she and Robin had carved their initials together. Later, Maid Marian spoke to Lady Cluck about Robin Hood. "Oh, Clucky, surely he must know how much I still love him," she cried. "They have been apart for so long. Had he forgotten all about her?" But of course Robin Hood had not. Elsewhere in the forest with Little John, Robin Hood was daydreaming about Maid Marian, too. In fact, he was so distracted that he burned dinner. Just then, their friend Friar Tuck stopped by with news of an archery tournament at the castle. There would be a special prize, a kiss from Maid Marian. Although he knew the castle would be full of his foes, and Robin was determined to enter. "Faint hearts never won fair ladies," he said. "Fear not, my friends. This will be my greatest performance." His greatest performance? Do you think Robin Hood would get a kiss from Maid Marian? I don't know. Let's see. Meanwhile, the castle was prepared for the tournament. Horns were blaring, streamers were strung, and a parade of animals marched through the castle gates, carrying flags and instruments. Inside the castle, Prince John was working on a plan. The whole competition was a way to capture Robin Hood once and for all. "My trap is baited and set, and then revenge! I'll show him who wears a crown!" Uh-oh, sounds like trouble. It looks like Prince John is being greedy, and he wants to capture Robin Hood for good, so he can get a crown to himself. What do you think? Shall we see what happens next? Robin and Little John put on disguises so the royal guards would not recognize them. Dressed as a bird, Robin Hood gave Maid Marian a flower before the competition. As he looked deep into her eyes, she knew it was him instantly, despite his disguise. "I wish you luck with all my heart," she whispered to him. Robin Hood soon took the lead in the tournament. As he got ready to take his final shot, the Sheriff of Nottingham pushed him. But Robin quickly righted himself and won the competition. Robin approached the throne for his prize, but Prince John had figured out his secret, and he stripped Robin of his disguise in front of the crowd. The guards seized him. Maid Marian pleaded with the prince to spare Robin's life. He refused, but Little John stood up behind the prince and threatened him so that he would release Robin. The prince did, and a fight began. Who did even win the fight? Robin Hood or Little John? Let's see what happens next. Before anyone could stop him, Robin swung in on a rope and swept Maid Marian off her feet. Robin and his friends raced off into the safety of Sherwood Forest. Later that evening, they celebrated their good fortune by dancing under the stars. Angry about losing to Robin Hood once again, Prince John made his subjects pay dearly for his humiliation. The taxes became so high that the people of Nottingham could not pay them. And anyone who couldn't pay taxes ended up in jail. Soon, all of Robin Hood's friends have been arrested. Uh-oh. Robin Hood's friends are arrested. Do you think Robin Hood would save his friends from being in jail? Let's see. Robin Hood and Little John planned a jailbreak to free their friends. Disguised as a guard, Robin Hood stole the keys from the sleeping Sheriff of Nottingham and quietly unlocked his friend's cell. As his friends escaped, Robin Hood climbed into the prince's bedroom to take back his friend's gold. As Robin pulled the bag of gold from the prince's sleeping hands, the prince's friend, Sir Hiss, woke up and snagged the bag with his teeth. The noise alerted the guards, and they began to attack Robin. Seeing no other way out, Robin climbed to the very top of the tower and jumped into the moat below. Do you think Robin Hood has saved his friends? I don't know. Let's see what happens next. Robin did not service, and it seemed all was lost. But then, Robin appeared at the shore. He and his friends escaped into the forest together. Lucky for the townspeople, King Richard returned shortly after. The people of Nottingham were free and happy again, and Prince John, the Sheriff of Nottingham, and their cronies were sent to jail. Robin Hood and Maid Marian were finally married. It appears that I now have an outlaw for in-law, King Richard said happily. And from that day forward, Robin Hood and Maid Marian were happily married, and they set off for their honeymoon. And this story goes to show that if you're brave and if you're a hero, no matter how hard you try, you're always a hero with kindness and no matter what you do. And that's the end of this amazing Robin Hood story. Whoa! What a fun adventure that we have with Robin Hood today. And he was a brave hero, and he still is to this day. Thank you so much for coming for story time today. And please make sure you subscribe to my channel for more story time. And come again next time when we do some more story time adventures with me, Uncle Jason. And until later,
Hasta la vista, baby!
bye!